Hey guys, Alex from Prospecting Toolkit here, and today we're going to talk about the best cold email call to action, or CTA, and how to get them to say yes. So let's dive in here. So cold email works. That's the fact. It always will. It's like the original mode of communication on the internet, and people do still respond to it. It is a numbers game, but it does work if you're looking to get new, high ticket clients or people to sign up for your service or your product. But you need to test and optimize. Okay, you need to always be testing, always be optimizing. And one of the biggest things to test is your call to action. Okay, this is where people actually are, told, what to do next. What is, if you're interested, what are you doing? So it's kind of like the main, it's the last part of the email, and it's the big part where you can get them to say yes and agree to converse with you more and figure out if they're a good customer. So you have two main goals with your call to action. Okay. Number one is to lower the ask. You want to make it so that it's very easy for them to agree, very easy for them to, and very easy for them to reply. You don't want to ask, hey, can, we go meet for coffee in in the physical world here, and dedicate time and gas money to this. You don't want them to have a big ask where, they feel like, whoa, okay, I don't have time for this. I can't do this. People don't even have 15. The old call to action that worked really well was like, hey, do you have 15 minutes to chat on the phone or on a Zoom call? That's not even working anymore because people just don't have 15 minutes to chat anymore. And the noise is so heavy out there in the market in almost every niche, every industry that, trying to get them on for 15 minutes it's a big ask. It's a big ask for them, especially if they're a CEO or somebody who's a founder, somebody who's busy. So you want to lower the ask. You want to make these first initial touches just to start a conversation, just to see if it's even a good fit, that you guys even speak. And you want to kind of show that you care about their time and that you value their time. Number two is you want to get them to reply yes. If you can get them to just get a quick yes out, it tells you what you need to know. It gives you the fuel. That means that you can follow up with them forever till the end of time. You can, try to book a call with them. You can speak to them about specifics. You can start to dive into their situation and start to diagnose their problems, within an email or within a call, whichever one's easier, whichever one's more natural in the conversation. But you need to get them to say yes first. Now, the other thing is that psychologically, when you say one yes, even if it's, hey, are you wearing a hat right now? Yes. Okay. Do you like X and Y, Z? Do you like X, Y, Z, A, B, C? It's like the yeses keep coming. One yes is like, it gives people a good feeling. It's a positive response. And you can start to play off of that and ask more simple questions, diagnose their situation, and get more yeses. The more yeses you get, the closer you are to actually having a conversation or actually closing a deal with this person. So that's one thing, is it just psychologically just getting them to say yes right away. It's just a positive feeling for them, and it gets you closer to your goal. And it's positivity. It's simple, but it's not easy. Okay. Both of these things, they're very simple. They make sense. Of course, you're probably nodding your head right now. I am too, but it's not easy to get this to happen. It's going to take a lot of testing. But let's look at some examples just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And that way you can get some context for your own situation. So I kind of packed them in here. Apologies on that. But yeah, so number one here, can I send over more information? Okay, this is a classic. Can I send over more information? It's just like, if there's any interest in what I'm even talking about or what I'm even pitching or what I've shown you, can I send over some more information so you can kind of like look at this deeper and get more details, and let me know if you have any questions. That right there is a great one, and that can hit really hard for people. So yeah, can I send over more information? We're having a free webinar this Wednesday on the subject. Do you want to, lower your cost per acquisition? Do you want to, make your operations more stable? Do you want to make hiring effortless and easy? Whatever it is, right? Whatever your value proposition is, you kind of lead with that. And this allows you to add value up front. And you can start to show expertise as well in your webinar, in your content. Okay. Now, using content is a great way to do this, because if you can strike a nerve, if you really know your audience, and obviously you should be striving to know your audience, this is going to be super helpful because you can really add value on a specific subject they have issues with, and then you can come in to save the day. So really, really great way to do it. Have you tried, service? Have you tried an ad agency before? Have you tried an email marketing agency before? Have you tried a, um, I don't know. Have you tried a software provider, a CRM provider before? Something like this. Something that they have. That they've tried this. That they've probably tried this. Okay. So kind of just trying to find common ground of like, have you tried this before? Get them to say yes, right? Because if they can say yes and then they can go, yeah, yes, but it didn't work very well because XYZ. And then you can come back and go, hey, well, we don't do XYZ. We do ABC. So that's another really good way to go, kind of a disarming one where have you tried this before? Do you have availability for more clients? Now, this is kind of an example more geared towards agencies, but this is something where you could say, hey, would you benefit from more optimization of your supply chain? Would you benefit by increasing your conversion rate 100%? Whatever. It's something like this where you're saying, do you have availability? Is this thing, it also is a qualifying question, like for agencies, for instance, like this, and you have to get creative with your own use case, but it's like you get a yes and you expose a qualifying point at the same time, because you're saying, do you have availability for more clients? And if they say yes, that means they need more leads or they need more clients, if you know what I mean. So it leaves a gap there for you to come in there and fill it. Here we have, are you interested in result? Okay, so are you interested in higher conversion rates? Are you interested in faster recruiting, anything like this? So have you tried is kind of similar here. It's just, are you even interested in this? And see if the results you provide are valuable to them before pitching. Like, see if they're even interested. Okay. And that's another place where you can see they can go, yes, but I'm worried about pricing. Yes, but I don't know if you can actually do it. Yes, but we tried this before and it didn't work. Okay, so there's all kinds of cool stuff you can like expose about your clients. And again, too, this is all about learning about your ideal client profile. So if you can figure out what they're needing, you can start to tailor your emails and your ads and everything even better. Okay. Can you tell me who's in charge of what their role does? So, can you tell me you're messaging the CMO, the chief marketing officer, and you're saying, can you tell me who's in charge of marketing? And it's a no-brainer question. So you just want to ask this no-brainer question that they can just reply, I am. So you're talking to the accountant, the CFO or the accountant or something like that at the company role, and you're saying, can you tell me who's in charge of accounting, of finances? They're going to say, I am. And then you can go, oh, cool. Okay, well, I'm talking to the right person. So like we're helping, again, it's just that yes that you need to kind of go into the rest of your value proposition or add value or do your pitch. It just leads you right in so that you've gotten a reply from them. They go, okay, this person's like asking if I'm, who's in charge of this? And I obviously am. Why not just say I am? And then you can start to add value. And again, once you get this first reply, you can reply to them forever. You can put them on your list. You can provide them value. You can, subscribe them to your email list, all this stuff. So this is the really powerful part about it. It's just getting them to say something, getting them to reply to you at all. It helps your deliverability on your emails. It helps, basically get that permission now to message them, unless later down the line they tell you no, but like at that point you're pretty much free to message them. And there's just a lot of aspects of getting an initial response that's a yes or I am or yes we do or whatever is really helpful and creates some positivity in the relationship right away. Okay, so I hope those examples were helpful. And you're going to have to get creative for your own use case. So now it's your turn. Test angles with your product and service and your unique value proposition. Look at your unique value proposition, what sets you apart from the market, from the rest of the market, and gives you an edge. And use that to your advantage, okay? And find a way to kind of poke the right pain or ask the right question where you can kind of open up the door to say, hey, well, yeah, we don't do that. We actually do it this way, and it works like a lot better. I can show you case studies, right? So it just leads you right into that sweet spot. Okay, I hope this was helpful. We talked about the best cold email call to action and how to get them to say yes. So take this information, go out there and test, and go land some clients and some customers. All right.